It's decider time for who will make it to the grand final first. Will it be Chaos or will it be Yeah as we go to Vertigo to see what we're gonna learn? And when I talk about learning, we already know a little bit about Team Yeah, but when it comes to Chaos, I only expect Chaos.
Look, we know nothing about Chaos and Vertigo, but I can give you some numbers for EA Gaming. They have played 5 times Vertigo over the last 3 months. And an interesting nugget, RCF is actually by far the worst rated player on that map. 0.78 in 5 maps. He's been a key factor for them, and he's going to have to step up massively on this map.
Starting by the pistol. Vanity didn't find anything on overpass. This time around he gets a kill. The same does Leaf and Seppa. And it's falling apart for EA Gaming as quick as it started. Look at that. Seppa with 3 kills and whoa, that's maybe one of the fastest pistol rounds we've seen all tournament.
I don't think I've seen the CTs get so aggressive in quite some time, especially on Vertigo. That was just full aggro, full push, get up in your grills and take you down.
Up in your grills?
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that. Yeah, I know what you mean. Exactly, the grills. I've been listening to my fair share of R&B back in the time. It's very popular. The 2000s. How do you call them?
Yeah, 2000s.
The 2000s, how you call them?
My cousin, he used to play for Man United, and as a birthday present, he bought me a pair of grills.
Oh.
I was 13 years old with a pair of grills. Don't recommend it.
What I don't recommend is forgetting about Vanity behind the sandbag with that MP9, making good use of the position. He's finally going to get traded, but they have all the information they need. Chaos should stabilize. I say should because we've been surprised more than once in this series, in this day, in this week, in this life, in this universe. John G will kill them.
Now, how long can Chaos get away with aggression on the CT side, right? It's always started off well for them before. We know how quickly
Honestly,
that can turn around.
On a map like Vertigo, I think you can get away with a lot of aggressive plays towards middle, towards A.
Agreed.
You see some teams do that 15 rounds in a row. I think Furia is a great example. With Art trying to use middle, trying to use A. A ramp in general is a place you fight for. It's like Mirage on middle on Mirage, sorry. Where you can be aggressive throughout the entire game if you want to. The question is if EA Gaming have an answer for that or punish to it. RCF, as Matthew said, worst rated player on the team when it comes to overpass. Well, he's trying to punish them right now. How Vertigo that is, of course. Trying to punish them now, and he does not find a frag, but Dumao doesn't. Seems like both of these liners right now are willing to go into this scrappy game where they just want to go for duels, play aggressive Counter-Strike, and at least in the beginning of the game figure out, well, who are the better players and who can win the duels. And that's what we've seen so far.
Dumao with the precision aim. But instantly they traded it out. Bomb's going to be planted. Leave looking to spray him up through the box. Nice nade damage coming through as well. A full team effort in that one. They've got the numbers advantage as Fastin looks to back up. Heavy presence towards ramp for Yeah. And they're covering that bomb as best they can. The Molly's going to go out towards the sandbags. It forces him out of position. RCF wants to hold on, but he can't do it for too long. Leaf overpowers him, and Chaos pick up the round, and they will all be able to happily upgrade to AK-47s.
Very clean retake coming out of Chaos. We could see how organized they were. First of all, Molotov behind sandbag, clear that angle. A rabbit jumps out of the sandbag, they catch them, and then they fight against ramp together. Look at this. Fasten, he never had a chance. Leaf, absolutely lethal, retaking that side. Beautiful job from Chaos. And I agree with you, it looks like an A map for now. It looks like everyone wants to duel, they want to fight in the A ramp. And Chaos, they have accepted to let it go and fight from the side, but this could be a problem. This could be hard to hold. Most of the CT teams nowadays, they take control, they push towards the A side. We'll see if that's going to be enough. John G, completely surprised by Bew to start with, and now it's a B split on the card. He's got no idea. Vanity got absolutely wrecked right here. Fasten traded by Leaf. He's completely unknown on server position. It's not going to be his second kill. Marky, that is your teammate. Anime betrayal happening. Yay, with the first man on the board.
What are the chances? Leaf was actually set to do some more damage as well. Marky wanted to give Yeah a chance.
Double agent.
Yeah. He's like, okay, when Chaos disbands, I'm joining Yeah. I'll help him. That's just a meme, guys. No one take it seriously.
It's a meme. It is a meme.
Yeah.
Meme alert.
Just to be clear.
Meme alert.
Just to be very clear before we get some hate thrown our way. We know
Your
what
way.
will go down.
Your way. I didn't say anything.
Bim, it doesn't matter. You're just here, which means you're guilty by association. You've heard this by now.
He just drags you in.
Fair enough.
Well,
Fasting, man.
Fastin's
He's
just
a beast.
popping heads, yeah.
He's an absolute beast.
Okay, they're eco kills, but he deals them swiftly. He's not going to allow any weapons to go in their hands. Again, they're going for the same play. Very easy, very quick. No problems at all. No real pressure thrown towards you. They pick up a second.
If I had to make a list of like revelations of players that I've gotten to know and who impressed me, I think Fastin would definitely be on that list.
Yep.
Obviously, Malps would be there as well from Team 1.
Malps,
Fastin's
Fastin,
him.
Dumao.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dumao being also able to have that AWP, that secondary sniper role that he does to some extent.
I think Dumao can do anything.
Maluki.
Maluki with the AWP, of course.
Has quite a lot of talent over there right now. May not be as bad as people think. RCF finding a kill, the same does Swisher. Takes a lot of damage, but stays alive. Important for him, important for the economy. Marky currently with -1 kills on the server. Doesn't look too good for him. Vanity with a P250 kill. And that's about it. So, sure, do some economical damage, gets 2 kills, but it's still alright for you.
I want to see if EA Gaming actually have in mind to utilize and exploit that middle as much as they've been doing it. It's been 2 rounds in a row where they completely overrun towards mid, rushed it as fast as they could. It is a little bit out of the meta. We see teams sometimes prickling around middle on top of the A executes, but here for EA Gaming, it's been an essential part of their playstyle. So let's see if it happens again.
Zepp will be the further forward player now. But it's still more in the back line. We're not seeing them challenge for the ramp control from the start. Vanity needs to land this shot, but he backs away. Maybe at the worst time there. All the best, depending on how you look at it. Zeppa doesn't want to show his hand too much. He can't avoid to go down from here. That will give them the opening they need. He's already going to be smoked off. As Yera biding their time quite well.
Yeah, smoke for a smoke, James. Pressure smoke from EA Gaming, which forces Zeppa to use his force speedway. So it's a battle of the utility. Who will crack first? Who will give away the first kill? Vanity posted up with the big green. I told how needed he was going to be on Vertigo. Doesn't have the best of time at the moment. Zeppa completely flashed and Molotov out of position. He has to sneak in the smoke. Perfect timing. Dumao is completely flashed.
Got away with that one. Leaf manages to jump on up as the flames burn it away. He's up high. He's easily spotted, but he still walked away with a kill.
Oh, look at this.
You on the flank. He's going to be able to execute maybe 1, potentially 2 players. Surely no one turns around. He's trying to play smart around it. No one has a clue. Still,
this is huge.
no idea.
Oh,
they just spotted him. They just spotted him out. Bew, he could have played it beautifully. Instead, he spends too long.
But he did. I would argue he almost did the perfect call.
The teammate of Bew died, though. The teammate died, and that, gave Chaos an additional second, dare I say, to figure out, where's the secondary player? Where is he? So they're looking around, and all of a sudden they spot him out. Had Bew's teammate stayed alive right there, not taking any fights whatsoever. Now, I didn't get to see whether or not it was him actively fighting, but had he stayed alive, Bew would have gotten that round without a doubt. I agree with you, Matthew. You played it perfectly. Trigger control on point, understanding the situation, but the teammate of Bew died, and he should not have done that in that position. There was a big mistake, or at least a big reason as to why Bew ended up looking so poor in that situation.
Marky now needs to hit some shots as there's pressure being applied to him early on. He doesn't want to poke out into it. Jonji expects the rush on over to come towards him. And Marky's there helping him out. He gets sideswiped. They're all over the place. Marky looking to hold on to all of this by himself. Only RCF remains, and they don't want to give him too many 1v1 duels. They've got the bomb, they've got control.
What a save round for Marky.
Yeah.
He's the sole reason why Keras are still in this game. Not only does he punish the first timing towards middle, but then he swings around, grabs the kill on towards the B side pusher, and then he stabilizes the situation. Huge round from Marky. I haven't really seen him use the AWP too often, in this game so far. But in this round, oh my god, an absolute hero. 4 kills for him. And again, as I pointed out, EA Gaming trying to push their way, force their way onto the B bomb side with that B split. But Marky, man, what a unit.
We've seen very fast T rounds come out though from the air. They're not slowing it down. They're not trying to make you guess.
Oh, look at
They're
this.
They're just going all in.
These shots with the AWP, they're not easy by no means coming in from Marky. Unorthodox positions. Has to move back and forth. 180 as well. A lot of control displayed right there from Marky with the AWP. Yeah, Gaming, they got off to a good start. It was a good response after losing the pistol round and the first initial rounds, but ever since Chaos have been looking hot, and individually speaking, it seems like they're warmed up once again, and that is so important. Because I agree, you know, with the lack of practice, Chaos have never played the map in an official game the past 3 months. You have to be on point individually.
Yeah.
That is the most important factor right here when it comes to win conditions for Chaos. I would love to say chemistry, synergy, strats, all that kind of stuff, but at the end of the day right now, it's a bit of a deathmatch, and whoever has the better aim and understands the duels better, well, will most likely end up winning.
And this is a complete, like, guess, right? But if you're not practicing much, they said a couple of scrims here and there, Vertigo's probably not high on your list of maps to scrim.
Maybe not. Like, as I said, it's hard to tell. Vanity finding impact with AWP now, though.
Again, they use that Molotov to clean the sandbag, and they have Vanity just waiting for it. Great protocol found by Chaos. Jonji is pushing on in from behind at the moment. They have them pinned down, I believe. Yay Gaming, they will be forced to activate on the A side. Huge difference in the backline. First kill found from Swisher. That could be everything they needed. Seppa had been put down to 16 HP early on, so he's going to have to be careful.
Lots of utility being used there. Nicely done to at least take down another player, but they need to be careful. Zeppa's already quite low, and Fastin is in a position where he can just strike at any time. And you can see, yeah, they're going to spray the walls, they're going to make some noise, because they want to keep the aggression up and the focus towards them. Now we see Chaos come around the sides. Fastin's going to go out for the challenge, and he's actually going to win out the first duel. But Vanity's turning it around. They both strike from ramp. This is dangerous now. Marky getting it done straight onto him, but he doesn't have enough time for the second kill. And yeah, pick up the round. It was so back and forth.
And the difference this time around was the lack of utility for Chaos. When the retake gets engaged, they only have one flash and one smoke to play with. They do not have the Molotovs to push their opponents out of position. This is why Dumao is allowed to stay sandbag and have that ever so important kill before he hides again. Huge job from EA Gaming. They burst to the A side, they play the utility game, they've been patient as well, and they are rewarded for it. They have broken Chaos, and financially speaking, it is not looking great.
Surely not looking great for Chaos here. We'll have to do with a couple of deagles. Grenade on towards Vanity. No armor on any of the players, so it's hard to imagine a world where Chaos will get anything out of this round, but we've seen it happen before, so I'm not gonna rule it out, especially when you see the North American with the deagles in their hands. They're so effective, they're so good with it. As to why, well, James, you're alert to the fact that they play a lot of these rounds, and they seem to force up more than European teams, so they have more experience with it. That would be a decent guess, I guess.
We often say, right, as like, say, some of the French teams are known for constantly forcing up, for example, right? We see it more region-based. If your whole kind of premise in the region is a lot of players forcing up, then you will get good at these rounds. You will pop off some incredible shots. Certainly deadly, certainly scary. It's a different breed and a different style of Counter-Strike out here.
Fortunately, right now, Marky, the sole B player, has a powerful USP to play with. So we can talk about, yeah, headshots only. He's going to have no choice. Oh my, he's just down to the ledge.
His teammate's dead.
He's long gone.
Swisher coming from the side. It's an easy site control taken. There's nothing Chaos can do in a round like this. No funny.
Absolutely
no money.
No funny.
No funny.
Oh,
we say that, and Vanity says, please, James, and please,
Shut
Jacob,
up.
be quiet. Shut the F up and let me do my thing.
And he certainly is doing that. It's a 5-7 he's able to rock a couple of jaws with.
He's come to life, though. He's come to life. He was very poor on overpass. I think he finished with 26 ADR, something along those lines. Probably one of the lowest ADRs.
Zeppa?
No, Vanity, sorry.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. One of the lowest ADRs I've probably ever seen, and probably the lowest in the entire tournament so far. Maybe that's one for you, Elliot, out there, to figure out what is the lowest ADR by any player on any map. It could have been Vanity right there, but the point of saying that is that he's stepping it up right now. After this round, he'll be plus 100, and so far so good. He's been finding impact, and he's been doing a good job, and maybe he can make it even more expensive for EA Gaming right here. This kill, he misses though. That didn't look too good, but without armor, as soon as he gets tagged, the aim punch coming in. He did the job, he did the damage, and he's alive, and that's important. But we're starting to see a picture here, right? Back and forth, 5-5. You can't really tell who's going to win this one, can you?
We are getting the third map we deserve. The third map we wanted. A back and forth, a boxing match between these two teams. We thought, the world thought that Chaos would close in on overpass, and we were wrong. EA Gaming hit us with the curveball, and now they hit them with the mid-rush. Vanity, Deagle in hand, a couple of shots in, but that's not going to be enough. Jonji finds one. That's not before RCF puts Marky on the floor.
And for now, it all quiets down. A good effort, a bit of aggressive poke. Without the good weapons in their hands, they didn't know what to do. Oh, Leaf, unlucky, son. He's tucked himself away. He thinks he can pounce. They just decide to shoot him through the wall and then take him down. Zeppo throws out. Oh, that's not where he wanted that to go at all. He's trying to block off Ram. That was just unlucky. He's about to get shot in the back as well. Execution style.
Another good round coming out of Year Gaming. John G, I feel we haven't talked so much about him today as we did a couple of days ago when he was playing out of his mind. The most impactful player on the server today. There's been other players who've been outshining him. Right now he got a nice lead shot in right here, but that's about it. I feel like he's a player that needs to come alive. I feel he needs to find impact. He's one of those types of players that just have to do it.
Davey Pog. Davey yesterday against Ye posted a 27% ADR. It was 29.9 for Vanity on the previous map.
Oh, James.
Davey Pog, James.
They were stealing his kills. I told you this already, Elliot. Why you got to bully Davey like
We were
that?
hyping him up and he ended up with the lowest ADR in the tournament.
Some call it a jinx.
Davey alone.
This is nothing to do with Davey, right? That's your fault. You have to take responsibility for that.
Why?
You talked about it. You jinxed him. So much.
I just remember what he said about you pimps. That's what we got to think about.
Well, he technically didn't say anything.
What we got to think about
We spin words.
is the double AWP setup from Chaos. Ladies and gents, is it going to be enough for them to... Oh, wait a minute. Leaf with the perfect lineup through the wall. Dumao never had a chance to even shoot.
That's how you deal with him out. Don't let him see you.
Oh my, Jonji, lucky to be alive. I think Jacob is right. Jonji needs to be a little bit more activated, and this is not the way you want to kick things off. 6 HP, 5 actually, with the big green marquee, trying to help him as much as he can. Now the Molotov they have for good position.
It's all this utility coming at him. He could go down at any moment. That's exactly what ended up happening. Great utility usage. Yara forcing their way onto the site. Leaf just can't get anything done.
It's clinical. It is clinical from Ye Gaming.
Yeah, and what we've seen right here, let's just follow it around to the door, right? Because Vanity getting a kill with the grenade right here. Still technically a chance. Molotov on towards the bomb as well, so delaying the plan a bit, but with an AWP in hand, it's looking rough for Vanity to do anything, and he's also gonna back out. There we go, he's going for the save. I just wanted to point out right here, I think this right here, what we saw, that's a clear sign that Chaos, they're not comfortable playing on the CT side on Vertigo. This is not a map they've been practicing for hours. You can see Marky and Jonji completely being stressed out by all the utility, all the smokes. They have no idea where to position themselves, and Marky, for an example, decides to go top of the box, and in that position, even if he would have gotten the first kill, even if he wouldn't have been blinded, he's such an easy trade frag. There's nothing he can do from that position to get more than one kill. Same for Jonji, goes down without seeing any players at all. Whereas for Year Gaming, they played the map, of course, before. They haven't had the best results, but they've been practicing the map. So on a T-side like Vertigo, they know how to put down the smokes, they know how to flash. And right now it seems to me like Chaos, they're not comfortable with that at all.
Wait, did you just see a texture coming out of the wall? Is that what happened?
I think so.
If we could just get that replay once more. I don't know if I'm crazy, but I think I saw a pocket coming out. Look at this, he got them jeans. Look at this. He must have saw him. Or is that a bug? James, help me
I
out.
have no idea.
Does he see the trousers there?
Maybe he had a burger too much or something.
Maybe he just did not buy the right size of jeans because they were sticking out. Zeppa sticking out with the deagle now. Quickly a 3 versus 2.
Oh, tag.
He's got low HP, but the shot in the belly will be enough. Bew completely alone, left wondering, guys, what happened? What am I going to have to do? And Zeppa puts him down. Chaos reacting in the most unexpected way with the deagles, as we have seen throughout this entire tournament.
NA Deagles popping off.
Pog.
Solid. Solid.
Fact.
Okay. That all works, doesn't it? It really all does work. That's the world we live in.
You have to use it
now.
carefully, but it always works if you do so.
Now, Chaos, though, this could be the sign of life for him. That was a huge round to pick up, realistically. We've seen some aggression down on ramp. Spraying through, and Fastin is already down on 4 health. Oh, Lee's trying to go for the same spam again. He still gets a headshot there. And Zeppa throws in a nade. It catches him. That's really nicely done. There's still a player towards ramp, though, that they will have to deal with. But they've got the openers. They've got a great advantage in this one. Zeppa can back away from the grenade. And if he wants to, he can still challenge at this position. Because Marky's just picked up another one. And this round, it's almost sealed for Chaos.
And that's the way you want to play if you're Chaos. You don't want to let them get into an execute. You don't want to let them always their utility. You want to take the duels from the beginning of the round, and you want to win set duels. And right now, Leaf, Marky, and Zeppa are doing that. Swisher is fighting back a little bit here towards Vanity, that is, but in a 1 versus 5, there's only so much you can do. Sneaking up the French fry area. I don't know what we call it in English, but in Denmark it's the French fry.
The French fry area?
Yeah.
Interesting. Is it because it's shaped like a French fry?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's the logic behind it? What's the narrative?
I don't know. We call it the French fry.
French fry. Interesting.
Makes me hungry as well, so probably we shouldn't.
Well,
just call it scaffolding.
Let's see if Swisher is hungry for a round. Fortunately for him, the repositioning has come through already. Swisher now flashed. He's got 2 ADPs in front of him. He saw he's the cannon. That could be it. Second kill. He could do it all. And Marky will put an end to the madness. Oh my, oh my.
Look how expensive he made that, and their money's not that great. Yes,
it was a 1v5. It was a 1v5.
He's not floppy, though.
He's not floppy. He's almost. He's flop. 4 letters, 4 kills. Yeah, that works.
No, because isn't floppy F-L-O-P-P-Y?
Damn it, that doesn't work.
I guess he could be flop without the P and the Y, you know? I guess. We'll find a way to make it work, don't worry. He's still flop, so you are right in some sense, but it's not the same as our floppy. Well, again, the aggression on ramp, but this time, Chaos being so far back, they need to hit some more shots like Zeppa just pulled off. Jonji may be wanting to try and flank and play around the scaffolding area. Throws the incendiary grenade out instead, and he gets tagged up so heavily. Marky wants to back away. He's thinking a rotate might be on the cards. Dumao still sticking around with the Galil in his hand.
Marky is right. Look at this, Yay Gaming. Deciding otherwise, deciding to change the course. Diverging towards the B side. The rotation will be there on time. Marky should have access to the side before they hit, if he chooses to. He could just play the retake. Jonji could come in an interesting timing after the first exchanges, after the first trade. This is where we will see Jonji be activated. So far it is on Marky. Good first hit onto Bu, repositions. He could have more impact, but doesn't fancy his chances. I'm liking it. He wants to play the number games, because if you look at the stairs, here comes Jonji from the back. That's the bomb on the ground. Dumao with 27 seconds to play with, 3 targets to find, and that might just be too hard.
What can Dumao do from here?
What could Dumao do?
He get the kill onto Jonji, but he was already incredibly low. I love you, Maniacs. Keep it up. Oh my God, Dumao is potentially on for it. Gonna go in for the plant, looks to bait it out. Zeppa wins it with only 30 health as Chaos take the 8-7 lead. We're going to a break, and when we come back, we'll be seeing who will be making it to the grand finals.
Whole team making big moves. Yeah, we do it so cool. This that dedication for your consideration. Gotta live it up when you work so hard. Yeah, we do it up like, oh my God. So show up. Team, but you keep on rising, baby, go up. And I'm giving you what you like. Now, baby, let's go. Baby, please don't tease. Cause now you're here with me. Tonight we're gonna see. Hey, shine, shine, shine. Show it up to the world. Get it going, shine, 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 shine. Show it up to the world. Everybody just shine. Everybody just shine. Cool off too high. Too hot, too high. Too hot, too high. Everybody just shine. Everybody just shine. Cool off too high. Too hot, too high. Too hot, too high. Goddamn, girl, you doing that? Like a gun bang killer now. Hold up. You a vibe, you a vibe. Make a man spend it all in the night. on the gram, body crazy, getting famous. And guess what? Yeah, she knows she bad. Best thing that they wish they had. So show up. Temperature keep on rising, baby, go up. And I'm giving you what you like. Now, baby, let's go. Baby, please don't tease. 'Cause now you're here with me. Tonight we gonna see. Hey, shine, shine, shine. Show it up to the world. Get it going, shine, 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 shine. Show it up to the world. Everybody just shine. Everybody just shine. Cool off too high. It's too hot, too hot. It's too hot, too hot. Everybody just shine. Everybody just shine. Cool off too high. It's too hot, too hot. It's too hot, too hot. Since that one night I seen that smile upon your face. No words to say, yeah. It's me and you forever together, and I know it's true. We gon' shine. Hey, shine, 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 shine. Show it up to the world. Get it going, shine, 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 shine. Show it up to the world.
We're back, and it's time to decide who will be taking Vertigo, who will be in the grand final first. Will it be Chaos, or will it be as we
That was
go in
number
for
four.
one last
That was
You're
number four.
out. You're out. That's it. Red card right there.
All right, you guys have played on your own then.
Well, it's Chaos leading the charge now. Vanity with the Glock. Do they know there's someone behind? There's been dispatches off. But no, actually they had a CT behind him. It's all over the place. Fasin found 2. And so, like, in 8 seconds, that was way too fast for me. Bu is alone. 1v3 with the USP, tapping away. First kill being found. And the trade comes in. You dropped us in the worst moment, James. How am I supposed to make sense of all this madness?
You told me I was done. You said, "Bored, get out." I left. What do you want, boys?
What a mean guy.
Ha.
So disappointed.
So, am I welcome back then, yeah?
No, you're still
Get
out.
John back.
All right, cool. I'll
Yeah.
just be chilling, boys.
You be chilling. We take over this show, Matthew. No worries about it. We don't need James. Yeah.
Oh,
thanks.
no.
Yeah!
There we go. He's definitely out now. Leaf pushing on towards middle, and he's getting an easy kill with the MP5. I don't know what you're doing, Leaf, right here. Why would you continue out there with no backup, no nothing? I don't know how he's alive either, but he is. And it's a 5 versus 4. This is a clear sign that practice is not something Chaos have been doing on this map. It's going to be another deathmatch half, I'd say. And again, you know, the better individuals will most likely end up winning this game. So far, Chaos have been doing a good job. 5 versus 4, bomb down.
Yeah! Am I allowed to be tapped in? Oh, wow. Pimp is telling me to shush. Sorry, boys.
I got you. I got you. EA Gaming now faced with the decision to either retake or save, and it seems like they have made up their mind. They don't fancy their chances in this one, and I cannot criticize them. You might as well just save these Kevlar and the helmet on view. The Eagles, we have seen that, or we have seen them come through many, many, many times this week. The Eagles can create miracles, but for that, you need to keep him. Swisha will put Leaf on the ground. That's an MP5 lost, so no biggity.
Biggity. James, you can say sorry to us and the crowd out there, and you will be allowed to talk again.
The crowd love my yes, so I'm not saying anything, but...
It's going to be a long one for you, huh?
Yeah! It is.
Oh my god, it's just doubling down. Oh my. Someone do something. Security.
Get him out of here. RCF.
Security can't handle me, boys. Come on.
Well, I can.
I am.
Can Leaf handle RCF? The answer is yes. A resounding yes. The Eagle tried to make the difference, but there are more to come.
More to come there is. They bought up armors in this round. A couple of the players have a decent amount of utility as well. There we go. Fasin with a kill. Swisher can't quite connect it on John D. But see how individualistic it is right now. All the players taking duels left, right, and center. Players hitting some nice shots. Mao, one more. Nope. Seba takes you down, and now it is Fasin But you can see the way the game is being played right now. Every single player from Chaos is going in with the mindset that, sure, I can take a duel towards A, I can take a duel towards B, and while you do that, a third guy over here in middle, I'll take a duel as well. That is not how you play proper Counter-Strike, but that is how you approach the game if you don't feel comfortable in playing proper Counter-Strike. So, given the preparation, given the fact that we haven't seen Chaos play Vertigo, I agree with that approach to the game. I think that is their way to win. I think they need to play like that, but it's never going to be beautiful. It's never going to be spectacular in that sense. It comes down to the individual. It comes down to them winning the duels. And so far, they've been able to. Leaf in particular have stepped it up here on the third map. And that is good to see.
It is good to see for sure. Yeah, just need Fast in to hold on to his AK-47. They got slapped around on this one. That's 11th now secured for Chaos. Chaos is meant to be the better team, but we did not know what we'd see from their Vertigo. While this round they weren't massively tested in it, it's the next one when we see the buy which is going to be most important here.
It's going to be crucial to see how Chaos want to approach this first gun round. Jacob talked about it. The anti-eco rounds were very disjointed, individualistic, aimed at duels left and right. I'm not sure that could be a way of approach for gun rounds. Chaos have to come in together. If they lack the preparation, they can still run the wolf pack. They can trade each other efficiently. And sure, they have a ton of skill on the roster. So let us see what they decide to do and how they decide to tackle this first round. RCF massively impacted. Jonji puts him out through the wall. That is a huge kill to find. I talked about RCF and his demise on Vertigo, and it seems like the scenario is repeating itself. 7 to 12, he can't really catch a break. Swisher now trying to do a little bit better damage through, but he's also down to 44.
It wasn't a lot of damage though. Jonji's pulling out my least favorite weapon in the world. A lot of tagging up going on, but Dumao is the one fragging up. Eventually he's taken down, but he tried to put up a wall for him. Now Swisher's come a bit late to the party, but he made... Oh, he just jumped. He fell. That's so awkward. That's so unlucky. But he still somehow gets the kill onto Zeppa.
3 versus 3. The rotation is coming in from Chaos though towards this B bomb site. One defender, he's called Bew, and he'll have to do something about it. Get flashed out initially, still ready to go for the duel. Can't quite connect it. Fasten in with the backup though. Gets a refrag, stays calm, composed. Oh! Another one. That's a nice kill.
Wow.
Wait for that Molotov, buddy. You would have stayed alive, but maybe the communication wasn't proper. Vanity puts down the bomb, has an AK in hand, and 2 half HP players to fight.
He needs to come up huge here. He's been tagged up. He first away deals with the next. Going to hide around and put himself in a position where he can try and win this out. It'll be a huge clutch indeed, but Fastin is not an easy player to take out. They get close. They're dancing around each other. He spots him. He wants to move around. He throws out the pistol, and he outplays him at the end. It was close. He shoots the body. He wants to put the hurt on him some more as Chaos are up 5 rounds.
Well, that got dicey, but that was enough for Chaos to triumph. No pun intended. Vanity with the 1 versus 2 at the very end, even with the Glock throw, a little bit of a stylish action right there, just to throw off his opponent for maybe half a second. I'm not exactly sure how effective that is, but I like to see it just for the show, just for the lulz. Yay Gaming partially investing into this round. Fassin went up for the M4 purchase, so he's going to have a lot of pressure trying to make the difference. Good nade onto Swisher. He really cannot catch a break. As I pointed out, Fassin just won a straight-up duel at the beginning, and he dropped his weapon behind him. I'm loving this. He wins the duel, dropped the weapons behind. But unfortunately for Yay Gaming, Leaf found the kill, found the opportunity towards middle, and now it's a very weird 4v4. But Fastin is not stopping. He's keep pushing his advantage. How much damage can he do? RCF with the CT. We've seen these rounds happening time and time again.
Finally, they take care of Fastin. Good job, though, as you said. Getting 2 kills and giving a weapon to one of his teammates as well. That could very well be the main factor as to why Yay Gaming could win a round. They had no business winning when you look at the money. You look at what they invested into it. But so far, so good. Vanity and Zeppa in a winnable 2 versus 3. Let's put it that way. Swisher has no armor. Neither has RCF. So in a duel, they're going to be vulnerable, especially RCF here in middle. If he gets caught off guard while he's out, that could be it. Spots a player, and I don't think they saw him. Could be the opportunity right here for RCF. Falls down now, and the Chaos players take going towards A. And look at that, the minimap A has been abandoned completely.
Oh, this is huge. This could be their way to get it done, especially considering have picked up a lot of weapons to fight with here.
One player's
They're
coming.
being careful. They're making noise. The information's going to be had. Vanity straight in to plant the bomb. He doesn't have backup close range to him, but they'll fall back into the right positions. and they're keeping it deep. Zeppa may not be expected to be playing an angle like this and playing off the side. Vanity further forward, he gets the first. Zeppa doesn't hear the shots from the second though. They both need to hold on to these positions and wait for it to potentially push on through. They're not looking for it just yet. Bew is going to have to be perfect. They line on up for him, but Vanity strikes, and now it's on Swisher. It's a 1 versus 1, and Swisher went to go on the hunt. They're playing off each other. There's no plant coming in. There's no time for them to fight. That was so scary, so close, but Vanity gets it again.
A tough 2 versus 3 right here for Chaos, but they're playing it perfectly, staying together throughout. Even Zeppa throwing a bait flash for his teammate to make him come in from behind, get the flank, and Vanity with a nice couple of kills right here. We talked about him after overpass. He didn't find any impact whatsoever. Had the second lowest ADR in the tournament so far on a single map, but this map right here, Vertigo, his playground, winning a nice clutch. 13-7 now. This is when EA Gaming, they have to step it up. They cannot afford to lose any more rounds.
Well, finally they managed to take some control without dying. I say that obviously, Leaf at the very same time punishes Bew towards the B side. RCF trying to find some impact. Wallbang onto Junji, very frustrating at that. Chaos now with the power play. They don't need to hurry up, they don't need to stress the situation. They have more than a minute to play with, so they're gonna passively wait for pushes, passively wait for trade attempts. Good position, good punish onto Leaf. He was absolutely unsuspecting of that position. And it's gonna trigger the reaction. Chaos now set their sight on the B bomb side. Fasten behind the box, burning away, cannot stay in that position. Spraying through the smoke, because gonna use all his bullets. Leaving now Swisher, who's playing James Bond in the smoke, but to no avail. Zeppa with another one, that is a beautiful job. What an entry for him.
Zeppa may have just sealed the deal for them. Dumao pretty low already. RCF in the back lines. Marky is able to dispatch of one, but this is still winnable. RCF needs them to make some big mistakes if he's able to pull this one off. He's checking his angles. He's checking it oh so carefully. He believes he can fire back with the AWP close range. He's going to pull off the unthinkable. One player sat in the smoke, and he has no idea. He's bypassed it for now and instantly domed. Marky's on top of it, and Chaos, they are coming back to life on the T side. We weren't sure what to expect from their Vertigo. It hadn't been played in the last 3 months, but right now they're showing, a lot of no.
Individually speaking, I think we see the better players winning out right now. I think Chaos have stepped it up. We talked about it coming into the matchup as well. Whenever they're being pressured to win, whenever they have to win, whenever they have backs against the wall, it seems like they always step it up 5 to 10%. And right now they're playing some solid Counter-Strike. Leaf as well, hitting a fantastic shot while fully blinded, showing some map awareness. Maybe they haven't practiced Vertigo that much, but right now they look like by far the better team right here. Junji as well finding a kill, and this should be it. That is round over.
Wow.
Chaos will go to 15, and they will have 8 rounds to close out this match and move on to the grand final.
But they've got to be able to try and close it out here. We know what can do. It's certainly not done yet, but it has looked so much better coming out from Chaos. This was the Chaos we expected to see on Overpass, but they didn't quite hit the mark. They needed to have their backs up against the wall in order to shut down. It's one more round. We're going to see a double AWP setup. AUG and 2 M4s in play. Quite a lot of utility on the rifle players, but they still need to be able to handle everything Chaos is throwing at them.
It's all or nothing for EA Gaming and the double AWP setup. Chaos, after winning so many of these duels early on, will take all the map control they can. Good flash to allow Junji to take some space, and he just jumps through the smoke. Dumao has to be careful with Speedway, utilizing his teammate's flash to peek on in. But look at this, Junji is sneaking behind the Molotov. Do they realize how close he is? He's gonna even go through the Molotov. Missed opportunity, chipped in some damage. Good spray, but Dumao is faster. Swisher chimes in and helping his teammate to stabilize the situation.
This is a battle that can certainly win. Not just because they've got the numbers advantage, but the positions as well. Chaos have pushed themselves back a bit, and Zeppa doesn't want to risk it and take the fight. He joins back up with his teammates because he knows this has got dicey. This has got scary. Swisher is low on the site though, and that is one small opening. A window of opportunity they might want to be able to take. But Zeppa actually gets another. But that's not going to work out too long. Swisher just sprays him back down. They walk into it.
We gotta give the man on your screen right now some credit. He's been playing a great series overall, the highest rated player for EA Gaming coming into Vertigo. And after this map, he'll still be the highest rated player. No doubt about it. He's doing a fantastic job. We talked about RCF, we talked about Dumao, and to be fair, none of them have played a poor match. RCF maybe haven't had a lot of impact, at least not as much as we would have liked them to. Fast
that missed shot will. Well, never mind that. Pratchett, he goes in for the no-scope, Grabber's Vanity on the fly. The B middle has been compromised. Swisher again coming in clutch with another gear through the smoke. This man is everywhere. And also onto Marky in the 1 versus 2.
He's been really good. He's stepped it up a notch. But is this too much to ask from him? He's making a lot of noise. He wants to commit to the B site. Oh, he spotted one. Did he? Maybe he didn't. RCF was there. He did show his hand. 2 players on rifles. 1 already tagged up. They're playing together, and they could potentially be sprayed down at the same time. Expects 1 to be close. They go in. There were so many oof moments in that where I could just see Marky lining them up. I felt very scared for
It could have gotten dicey for sure. Chaos, it's a clear game plan right now. They want to finish the game by playing fast Counter-Strike, going for the fast B split right here. And yeah, sure, when you're up 15-7, it's tempting to see, okay, let's rush B, let's rush, a B split, let's rush A. But at some point you have to realize that you have to put in the last effort in order to close out the game. Once again, rushing out middle like there was no tomorrow. Fastlane only connects on one of them. Deals some damage towards Jondi, but 4 versus 4 turning into a 3 versus 4 for Chaos.
Good jump from RCF. Fastlane now has been twice traded 1-for-1 in that middle position. It could be an issue looking at the next few rounds. But for now, let's just focus on this one. Leaf will spot his AWP against him. It's a matter of duel. RCF, can you step up? Using that smoke to his avail to change his position. EA Gaming have 2 CTs ready to defend that B bomb site. It's pretty much exactly what they need. RCF will be granted the duel. Quick adjustment onto Leaf. Perfect job from him. Sees the CZ, so he knows there's another one. The information is out there, and so uses Bew. It's now on to Vanity. I agree with you, Jacob. I think he stepped up massively on this map. He was missing on the last one, but the reaction has come through. But I don't think it's going to be enough. He's completely oblivious to the situation. And Swisher will tag him on. That's it's not too nice. It's not too fair play. That's part of the game.
It certainly is part of the game. For now, Swisher is doing everything possible to make a comeback on the cards.
Look at this. Chaos right now, realizing that they have time to play with. They have 5 rounds. So instead of going with a full investment, they go for the half buy. They're going to use these Mac 10s and the Tech 9 to play as fast as they can. And RCF could be in a world of trouble. The flash puts him out of position. Swisher now with the AUG will have a lot of targets in front of him. He takes 2 out with a clean spray. Jonji strikes onto Dumao, but the situation should be under control.
They got to be careful here. Especially with Swisher's health. The flash goes out, Jonji goes forward. Vanity's there to back him up as well. Swisher already quite tagged up. Leaf looking to try and land some headies, but someone has to give him an opportunity. And that's the first one he needed. That was the low health player though.
Ask and you shall receive.
Ooh, boy, they don't want to keep giving him chances like that though. With a deagle in his hand, this man can be a beast. And when that beast is unleashed, you don't want to be fighting. You want to be hiding away, cowering from him. If Fasting doesn't... Oh, he sees it. So unlucky for Vanity. That could have been the perfect timing for him. Leaf still wants to try and get this done, but it's not going to work out this time around. 15-11, and yeah, they are still fighting for survival. They are still fighting to go to overtime.
Somehow, Chaos feel like they are on the brink of breaking their opponents. They are headbutting, playing extremely fast Counter-Strike, not stopping down, not backing down. They do not want to slow the pace. And so far, they have withstood the test. They have weathered the storm. They have taken control of their situation, finally, after suffering for so many rounds on this map. And I think for the first time, Chaos are respecting the situation. They take it easy. But Dumao, he wants to be aggressive. He wants to make the difference. He's going to be pushed out of his position. Very unfortunate timing of the Molotov. Good protocol by Chaos. And this man, how much more can he take?
That is a good question. Matthew, I'm not quite sure at this point. What I do know is that Swisher, if he continues to play the way he's been playing throughout this series, he will have a bright future when it comes to Counter-Strike. Dumao going for the wall bangs, switching and dealing some damage to each other. Dumao down to 65, Jonji to 32. Nothing else have really happened. A minute left in the clock, so still plenty of time, but it looks like Chaos they want to go towards this A-bomb side, and Swisher, he wants some more fights. He wants that 30 bomb in regular time, and he's damn close to get it. Good smoke coming down here. That's going to delay the push in a little longer, I feel. RCF, not quite sure where to push in himself. And there comes the Molotov. They have to push in now. The French fry will be used.
Oh, this could be a timing and a half. Zepp is ready and waiting for it. Marky starts off with the first kill. They now need to be oh so careful. Dumao, he's the player that we've put so much of the highlighting on alongside RCF. And they're picking up the kills they need right now. Marky all alone once again, and just a couple of kills is not going to cut it. 3 more to find, and it would be an ace for him to pick up this round, but 10 seconds to go, it's unlikely. And he goes down 15-12, and yeah, CT side is putting up one hell of a defense right now.
They're doing it. They are fighting back, and for Chaos, Devil's in the detail at the moment. RCF finding that precise kill before the smoke blooms. That is a mistake in itself. Then he jumps on the box and connects onto Leaf. Unfortunately for Chaos, they had found the opening they needed. By 25 seconds, they find a kill onto French Fry. No, I'm gonna say it because you said it. And they cannot convert that advantage. Ye Gaming have 3 more rounds to fight through. 3 more rounds to find before overtime is granted to them. And right now, Chaos have very little to offer. Couple of Eagles. Ooh, that is a beefy nade going at them.
This is where it comes into play, right? That the lack of practice, the lack of know-how in terms of playing a map like Vertigo comes in to question for Chaos, because sure, they did a good job getting up to 15, but you need that extra little punch. You need the final nail in the coffin before you can do anything. Jonji coming in with a boost there. Can't quite make the jump there.
Made a lot of noise.
Yeah, I don't think they hurt him though. But Fasten is still in a good position. This is going to be a meat grinder right here, right now, I'm sure. Good flash coming in though. Could that be it?
Completely blind, somehow adjusting. He stayed alive. Bu saved him as well, probably. And Vanity will only find 1 kill. The flash was perfect. I think Bu, with these 2 kills, just gave him enough time to stay alive.
There we go. 2 players and 21 kills. Fasten and Swisher, James.
This has slowly but surely slipped away from Chaos. They are the ones that hit match point this time around. They are the ones that were 1 step closer to ending this game and going to the grand finals. But yeah are the ones pulling it back. And Fastin, well, he took a lot of damage early on there. He's already down on 45 health. He backs away straight out of the fight. He wants to stay alive and play the numbers game. More tagging up being done by Jonji. He's put 2 players very low now.
Yes, damage inflicted is huge. Sure, no kill being found by Chaos, but that's going to force Fastin and Dumao to play a little bit more defensively. Dumao doesn't seem to share this opinion. He's going to stay towards Sandbag for the moment. And Chaos, they slow down the pace once more. They just want to make sure no one is going to aggress them early on. They've tagged their opponents heavily, which in itself is a victory, in itself an accomplishment for these first 55 seconds. They're not quite decided where they want to approach and how they want to approach this attack. They have 4 Molotovs to play with and 3 smokes. So what looks to be just a standard round is surely going to transition into an A execute.
But there's no pressure coming towards Ye Gaming, so look at all the utility they have left. Now we see the pressure coming in, almost getting caught off guard, and that's when the utility comes into play. Dumao with a smoke and a flash as well. Swisher tries to up the mate, but Dumao goes down to a grenade. 5 vs 4. This is the opening they were waiting for, Matthew.
Can they make the most of it, though?
They're going back. I think they're going back. I think they're just going to fake the A side as they step up with the bomb. But it's 25 seconds in. You have to make a decision, Chaos. Fastin is being baited by the likes of Chaos and Marky pushing on a B bomb side that is completely open. It's going to be a battle of the timing. Can RCF make it in time, or will they have to play a retake?
Oh, no.
He's completely committed with the AWP. Can he be traded? He missed that kill. That was huge. He's going to get another chance, but Jonji runs him over, and it's all on to Bu. He's not going to do it. Chaos have done it. 16-13. What a game it was.
It was looking like an ultimate comeback was on the cards for Yeah, and potentially taking us to overtime. But the quick decision to turn it around and run it all the way back saw us get Chaos taking the win. 16-13, they fought for their lives, they fought for survival. But that was one hell of a game, considering we had no idea what we would see from Chaos on Vertigo.
I feel that was story of the game, though. Whenever Chaos were pressured to the brink of collapse, they went on, they turned on extra gear and they won the games. They won the close rounds. They won the clutches. They won all the important situations. And they showed me, at least, that individually speaking, they are the better players when it comes to that. As a team, I think Yeah Gaming can be very proud of their performance. They pushed them all the way to a point where you could argue this could have gotten to OT. So both teams having a stake in this one, but Chaos, ultimately, the better players.
And they're in the grand final once again. The first team through to the grand final. We'll be back after the break with some interviews and to deep dive into all of this a little bit more. It was Swisher and Fastin that made it possible for us to potentially be looking for an overtime on Vertigo. It came right down to the wire, but a last-minute decision called upon from Chaos turned it around. They hit the B bomb site, they walked straight in, and they managed to find success.
Chaos broke a 6-round streak from Yeah Gaming. And if anything is or has to be said about this game is that it was momentum based.
Oh, yeah.
3 rounds in a row, then 3, then 2, then 4, then 6, and then 6 again, and then 1. It was momentum based. Team would take control of what's happening, they would dictate the pace, and it took some heroics from all the individuals to break it again.
Sure did. The man on the screen right there, Swisher, I feel he did everything he could in this game, right? Coming into it, we talked about Dumao, we talked about RCF. We didn't give Swisher enough time, I guess, in hindsight, because he was by far the most impactful player for their team in this game, having a fantastic one on overpass, clutching 1 versus 3, pushing it to a third map. On the third map right here, him and Fasten were the only 2 players who really wanted to make that comeback, right? They made it look so good for themselves. You see it on the scoreboard right here, 29 and 29, 102 AD on Swisher, entry kills 2, Fasten went 6 for 8 in opening duels as well. There was so much impact on those 2. Unfortunately, RCF, Bu, and Dumao didn't really play up to pair with those guys.
No, see, that's kind of what it comes down to. I spoke about this before we went into it. I had not seen a bad game from Dumao. And it's not like he played bad. It's not like, just because he didn't top frag that he's playing terrible. He just didn't have that crazy scoreline that he was able to put up in these other games, which helped them find so much success.
Yeah, I have to agree, right? If you compare that to some of the performances he's had in the tournament. But I just want to quickly touch on Chaos and their ability to, when it matters the most, come up with a crazy good idea. Strategically speaking, I'm going back to this very last round that they won. They could have just went into the meat grinder on the A side, but they realized 25 seconds in that if they fake it, they will have access to a completely free B-bomb side. We saw that on Nuke as well with the late vent dive. So if they can keep that moving into the grand final, this ability to just find the solution on the spot, to me, that is hugely, hugely valuable.
And that comes from a bit of the team synergy they just have from being together, right? Yes, okay, things aren't pretty for them. Yes, they can't stay together as a team right now, but they have played a hell of a lot of these official games. They have been through these rough moments over and over again.
Yeah, and in the period where they were beating teams like Liquid, EG, and all these, good North American teams, the teams that we know, they were, of course, thinking, okay, we're going to stay together, we have a future. So all the protocols, all the practice, all the hard work they put in back then, that comes into play right here, right now, when they have to come up with the good ideas, when they have to play off each other, and when they have to win the game. I think that's a big part of the reason as to why they can put it to an extra gear. That's why they have 5, 10, 15% extra when it comes down to the nitty-gritty. So no doubt Chaos were the better team here, no doubt they're the better players, but they make it close and they make it uncomfortable for themselves. And I'm sure if we ask the players as well, they're probably not too satisfied with that either. They would like to win 2-0 and just move on.
Yeah, right. That's what it'll come down to. We'll have some interesting interviews, I'm sure. When it comes down to though, we spoke to Dumao yesterday about potentially him going to that other team, the rumours that were on the cards.
I don't know.
He's certainly a hot prospect, right? He's certainly a player that would need for them to keep this kind of level.
I know, and a part of me thinks that it is sad for the lineup, but it's also the reality of Counter-Strike and where it's at. If you're a team and you are in that purgatory, I want to call it, where you're not a bad team, but obviously you don't really have a shot at making all these great events, and then your prodigies, your talents, your carries, they will get, or they will receive some attention from the top dogs, and then it takes a lot of resilience, or I don't even know what term it is, to refuse these offers, because I don't think it's a mistake. I think if you're an individual and you put in the hours and you have the talent, go for it. Be my guest, make a career for yourself.
100%. There's one stat line Elliot brought up throughout this game, right, that they're the 3rd worst team in the world in order to convert their 5 versus 4s. So if you do Mao and you're playing on a team where you get so many, chances of winning games, so many chances of being in front, but you constantly fail to convert. You must think to yourself, okay, I've achieved a lot here. I'm good at opening up the rounds and so forth, but my teammates, they can't close it for me. So going into a team with Taco, Fur, and all those guys that he potentially is going to play with, who knows, still just a rumor, he can learn so much from them and be a much, much better player in the future if he goes in there and gets some experience. Maybe he has achieved what he could achieve with this lineup. It's hard to say, right? It's us guessing right now, so it's not really fair to do, but I think Dumao is a great talent. I think he's shown in this tournament that it's a player that we will have to look out for the future.
And one thing, though, the future for Chaos is one of these things which we still don't know. All of these players are individually tweeting out and saying, okay, we don't know what's next, we don't know what we're going to do next, we don't know if it's staying with CS, we don't know if we're going to Valorant. Right now, they've definitely got potential to be something greater than what their hopes are sat with, but they just don't have this chance, right? They're not going to be able to sit there. They've got lives, they've got families, they've got things to do.
Of course.
There we go.
They also have a phone.
In time. We have a phone.
They have a phone.
Before we can even answer Mainnet, but we got a man who can answer us some questions. We got Zeppa on the line for us now. Hello, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you guys?
Yeah, pretty good, thank you. You gave us a bit of a scare, and I'm going to start with Overpass on that one, because we watched Yeah play Overpass, and I'll be honest, a pug team, a mixed team could have done much better than what they usually do, but this time around, they seem to wake up. Did it surprise you guys?
Definitely did surprise us. I mean, we haven't been practicing. I'm sure they have. I mean, you could tell that we're a little bad at the moment.
And although you're a little bad, right, you've still made it to the grand finals. I know you guys are in this awful position, but how much does it mean to you? How does it feel in the team at the moment in order to get to another grand finals again?
I mean, it actually means a lot for us to win this last event together as a team. I mean, this is our last event, and trying our hardest, you can say.
When you say last event, though, right, you should be on the Global Challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. I'm just checking you're definitely still doing that one. We do want to see more of you guys.
Seppa, it seems to me like, as you said, you're struggling a little bit at the moment. You're saying it yourself, you're not putting in the hours into practice. Does that come into play when you guys are winning the first map and then maybe feeling a little bit complacent coming into the second one? Because I feel like every time you guys need to win, every time you guys are being pressured, you end up winning every time because you are the better players. How is the team environment and how is the logic behind that? Is it just you guys who need to pressure yourself a little?
Definitely. I mean, the team environment is always great together as a team. I mean, kind of like rusty on team play and like flashes and like what we want to do. And I mean, these people are always prepared, and I mean, we're the top dogs, so I'm sure they want to win and beat us, and they watch all of our demos.
Now, I just want to ask you, I fully recognize and I acknowledge that you are in a complex position, but don't you think that winning this event, maybe the Global Challenge, could change something? Don't you see like a light at the end of the tunnel, potentially?
I mean, definitely, yeah. I mean, definitely going to be hard to win the Global Challenge. I mean, if we win, I hope we get an org and stay together in CS.
I love that you want to stay together, though, and you hope that's a potential with this. Now coming to who your opponent might be, Zeppa. Who would you like to face out of Team 1 and Rebirth?
Well, I want to play against Rebirth, considering they're a pug team, and I talk to 4Pack a lot, so I mean, I want to play him again. Always a good time.
All right, well, we'll hope that dream comes true for you, mate. Thank you very much for talking to us, Zeppa. We've got to get on with the show.
No problem.
But we'll speak to you when it comes to the grand finals, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That is us quickly wrapping things up here because we have another semi-finals game coming your way. We just told Zeppa about it. It's Team 1 going up against Rebirth. Let's see who's going to grab that last grand final spot because my, oh my, both teams are going to want it. Both teams are gunning for it, but there is only one team that can grab it.